Welcome students for this session. Today in this session we are going to learn the 9th standard prose The Collectors. Okay. You might have seen the horror movie. In the same way, this lesson also is very interesting. It is like horror lesson. Do you know who is this? You might have seen in movies. Who is this? Yeah, we may be telling that is Avatar or Alien. So dear students, in this lesson also we are going to learn about the Avatar. That means the alien. Okay. And this lesson has written as drama. Okay. So there are 11 characters. What are the characters? First one is Petty and Carol and Tracy and Glenn and Dawn and Wayne and seventh one is Mr. Hunt and Mrs. Swan and Mrs. Jones and Mr. Brown and the 12th one is Mrs. Brown. Okay. The Petty, Carol, Tracy, Glenn, Dawn, Wayne, they are students. They are students. And Mr. Hans, Miss Van. Okay, Mr. Hans and Miss Van and Jones, these three are teachers. And Mr. Brown and Mrs. Brown are aliens. Okay, aliens. So, the children, the 6 children and 3 teachers, they were going for an adventurous walk. Okay. Now, in this lesson, we are going to learn what is going to happen for the teachers and students in their adventurous walk. Okay. Now, let's learn line by line. Let's learn line by line. Miss Van, isn't there somewhere we can shelter? Miss Hunt, not until we get to the village. How far is that? Nearly 3 miles. 3 miles. Tracy, I'm soaked. Miss Van, the children are getting very wet. Mr. Hunt, I can't help that. We'll just have to press on. Yes, dear students, as the teachers and the children, they were on the adventure walk, they wanted to reach a village, which is 3 miles away from where they are standing. Already it started to rain, so they couldn't proceed. So the other teachers and the children, they were wanted to shelter where they are. Okay, so they were asking Mr. Hunt, but Mr. Hunt doesn't allow them to stay here for shelter because he had come before and that is a lonely place. So he was thinking that it is not safe to stay here. Instead, by rain itself, we will go to that village. Petty, can't we shelter over there, sir? Mr. Hunt, where? There in that house. Mr. Hunt, that's not a house, surely. Hard to see in all the rain. Miss Van, of course it is. Try whipping your glasses. Mr. Hunt, you are right. Lonely place to choose for a house? It certainly wasn't there when I was here working last summer. Yes, usually when the teachers will take the students to for the picnic or something, no, they choose the place where already they had gone because that one only safe for the children and the teachers. In the same way, Hand also is telling, Petty was showing, the student was showing on house in on house there near that, but Mr. Hunt doesn't allow. He was telling last time when I came in the summer days, there was no house. So no need to stay here. It is a lonely place, like that he was telling. But Mrs. Jones, funny looking place. Miss Swan, are we just going to stand here in the downpour gaping at it? Dawn, yes, can't we go up there and ask for shelter, sir? Mr. Hunt, we can't take all your crowd into your private house. You are dripping wet. Mrs. Jones, there's probably a shed or garage. We could shelter there. Miss Van, we can at least ask Wayne. Yes, sir, why not? I'm freezing. Oh, all right, yes. Though Mr. Hunt was hesitating, but still the children and the other teachers, they didn't allow him. They were telling, we can go and ask help, like that. But Mr. Hunt is telling, already you are wetting, okay, your dress, everything is wet. How can we go? We are many in numbers. How can we go and ask in a private house? Like they were telling, not even go to house inside. Instead, there will be garage now. We can stay there until the rain stops, like that. They were asking. So there was no other way for Hunt. He said yes, and they went there. Next, Mrs. Brown is standing with all the children and teachers. Mr. Brown comes in through the outer door. Yes, already they went there and they asked, and in that house, Mr. Brown and Mrs. Brown were living. Okay, Mrs. Brown was inside the kitchen, and Mr. Brown was coming out. They were asking place, and he accepted them, and he also took them. He also asked the students and teachers to come inside. They went inside. Mr. Brown, I hung up all the wet clothing in the porch. Mr. Hunt, I don't know why I'm still holding this walking stick. Yes, Mr. Hunt was with his walking sticks as the others entered. He too wanted to enter the house, but still he was holding that walking stick. So Mr. Brown is telling that, give it to me. I'll put it outside with the other things. Okay. Mr. Hunt, it's all right. I'll hang it on the back of this chair. Now that we are all introduced ourselves, why don't you children sit down? Yes, they were standing there and introduced each other. So Mrs. Brown is telling, already we have got introduced. Okay, children, you can sit down. Oh yeah, you're standing. Mr. Brown, and the grown-ups can come through into the room. Mrs. Brown, your children will be all right here, won't you? There isn't room enough there for everyone. Carol, yes, thanks. Glenn, oh yes, we'll be fine. Thank you very much for taking us in like this. Our pleasure. There's a fresh pot of tea made in the other room. Would you like a cup? Yes. As they entered inside, Mrs. Brown is telling that the grown-ups, that means the teachers, you can come inside the room because there was not enough space to give all the students rooms. So the grown-ups teachers alone can come to inside the room, and I have made pot of tea. Okay, you can drink, like that they were telling. Already they have got wet now, so it will be good for them to drink tea. Okay, tea or something hot drinks. So they were also eagerly waiting, and they said that yes, sure, we can drink, like that they told. So Mrs. Brown offered them cup of tea to the teachers. Okay, a loud one. Would you like to come through? Then Mrs. Brown, Mr. and Mrs. Brown and the three teachers go out. The children are silent for a moment and two looking round. Yes, the teachers and the Mr. and Mrs. Brown were going with them into the room. Okay, and the children were sitting in there and they were looking. Usually, no, if the children will be 1 or 2 minutes, they will be silent. If we take them to any new place, no, they will be 1 or 2 minutes. They look. They seems to be so silent. And the same way, they too were looking here and there and keeping quiet. Next. Now let's see what they are going to do, the children. Wayne, you can't hear any sound of that wind just here. Tracy, no, it's terribly quiet, weird. I can just hear their voices in the sitting room. It's cold in here too. Maybe we feel cold because we are tired from all that walking and we did get wet. No, not just that, it is cold. Pity and empty. This kitchen reminds me of a hospital. Where do they wash up? In the sink? Or the washing up machine? There's nothing like that. There's nothing standing about either. No plates, no pots and pans. Things like that. They'll put away in cupboards. Yes. And the children started to talk The place was seems to be so quiet. There was no sound, even they couldn't even hear the wind sound. So they were shocked why it is like that. Already it is very cold also for them. There was no, they couldn't even hear the wind sound, and the place was too cold. And they were looking here and there. There were no signs of human being living. Already, yes, they saw Mr. Brown and Mrs. Brown, but there were no signs. That means there were no plates, pans, and even pots. Okay, the vessels and the things were like we used to say, washing. So nothing was there. Okay, the place was empty. So they felt little bit scared also. And Don is telling they might have kept in the cupboard. We saw simply no in kitchen there was no means, they might have kept in the cupboard like that, he was telling. Wayne opens the cupboard. They didn't leave there also. Just they opened the cupboard to see the things. Okay. For their surprise, in that cupboard also there was no things. Petty. There's nothing at all in the fridge, and the light's not on. It's not even working. They didn't stop there. Still, they started to open the fridge. There was also nothing. Okay, even the light was not on. When we open the fridge, usually the light will be on. No? That light was not on. That means it was not working. The fridge was not working. Tracy, leave things alone, you too. You're cheeky to snoop. Besides, they might come in and catch you. Tracy is telling, don't do like that. You just keep quiet and sit. If they come and see, no, they will be angry. Like that she was telling. Carol, I thought there was something a bit strange about Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Petty, funny you should say that. So did I. Perhaps they are crooks. This is their hideout. They'll hardly have let us in if they were crooks, would they? No, that's silly. Maybe we ought to have gone on walking to the village. They got frightened and they saw something indifferent in Mr. Brown and Mrs. Brown, and the student wanted to, they were feeling that we would not come to this house. We might have gone to village itself, like that they were talking. By the time Mrs. Brown arrives there, Mrs. Brown, all right, here, good. She notices the partially open cupboard door. Yes, the door was bit open. They didn't close properly, so that door was bit open. So, oh, were you looking for something in that cupboard? She was asking that. Dawn. It was fine. Usually we will do no. If teacher will ask, did you speak? Means we will tell no. She spoke. He spoke like that. The same way Dawn also is telling no. Wayne only opened that cupboard like that. He was telling Mrs. Brown. I see. She closes the door, looking at Wayne. And Wayne, I didn't mean any harm. We just wondered where you put your plates and things. Mrs. Brown, I'd rather you did not touch anything. We had just moved in and haven't had time to sort things out. That's why this place looks rather deserted. We only wondered. Okay. Betty is telling we only wanted. That means, as she was telling, as Dawn was telling that we didn't open the cupboard, only Wayne opened the cupboard. So Mrs. Brown was looking at Wayne and she was closing that cupboard. So Mrs. Wayne is telling, no, we didn't want to harm you or anything. We just wanted to know where you kept your things, because the things were not there. No things was here. So we were surprised, where did you keep your things? So we thought that you might have kept in cupboards. That's why I was opening the cupboard, but the cupboard was empty. Where did you keep? Where are you keeping all your things, like that? He was asking. Mrs. Brown is telling that we have come to this house recently only. That's why we didn't settle the things in that place, like that she was telling. Petty, we only wondered. Mrs. Brown, yes, well, would you like a drink? I would, me too. Will orange juice? After Mrs. Brown was asking them, do you want to drink something? And they were telling yes. Okay. She was asking them, will orange juice okay for you? Like that. They were telling they were so happy, and they said yes. Okay. Mrs. Brown, good, and remember, please leave these cupboards alone. And she's telling that don't open the cupboard again. Wayne, we will. Don't worry, Mrs. Brown. They were telling, no, yes, ma'am, we will not open, like that. They were telling. She looks at the closed doors of a large cupboard on the opposite wall, and she wanted to make orange juice. She was looking at that cupboard which is very big, large cupboard. Okay, and she was going there and telling them to not to open that cupboard. Carol, did you see her hand? Don't know what. Carol, when she closed that cupboard door, she was 7 fingers on both hands. I looked. Oh, horrid. I was watching her eyes, Betty is telling Glenn. Yes, as far as I could see, they were all one color. They did not have any black sort of centers. Yes. Okay. Go on. She could be something weird like a vampire. Okay. Oh, shut up. Yes, shut up. You are making all this up to scare us. No, we are not. Tracy, I don't want to stay here. Wayne, I'll tell you something. The train has changed to thick fog outside. I've been watching it. Glenn, yes, you can't see anything out of the window. No, I hope it doesn't mean we are going to have to stay here all night. Stay here all night? Not me. I don't fancy that either. Let's go. We can't just slide off. I'll go and tell Mr. Hind and the others how we feel. Yes. Literally, the children got frightened because one of the children saw in Mrs. Brown has 7 fingers in each hand. That means 14 fingers in both hands. So it is something different, no? So they got little bit frightened, and that eye also there was no the black spot which we have as a human being. We used to have in our eye. If you observe, you can see that black spot inside of the eye. So there were no for them. So they literally got frightened and they wanted to go away from that place. So Petty was telling, let me go and tell our teachers about what we are feeling. He goes out. Wayne, it's all a bit mysterious. I wonder what is in that other cupboard. Don't leave it alone. Tracy, if she catches you, she'll be mad. Wayne, she won't catch me. Yeah. Wayne couldn't even stop. He wanted to know what is that in that big cupboard, because Brown was looking at that cupboard and she was telling, don't open it, no. So when we say don't do it, children will do what we are telling don't do. Okay. The same way, Wayne also has a curious enough to open that cupboard to see what is inside the cupboard. And the girls, they were telling, no, don't open, they will come and catch you. He's telling, no, I will open, like that he was telling. And he also opened the door. Behind it are dials, digital readouts, color lines, and a mass of other electronic equipment. Okay. They saw, as he was opened the cupboard, they saw there was electronic equipments were there. It was like we used a system, no, computer, like that. There was big electronic equipment. Okay. And there were many lights also. Glenn, what on earth is all that doing there? Is it some kind of computer? Those things are the figures or words. Some kind of foreign language. Look at all those lights. It's real spacey stuff. What could it be for? Spying? You think so? Close the door, someone coming. Yes. The equipments, the electronic equipments, that's not seen, that belongs to the earth. It belongs to space, like that they were talking. The words which were written in that also, it was like foreign language. It was not our language. It was like foreign language they were talking. By the time someone arrived. Okay, dear students, I hope you understood still now. In next session, let's learn how the situation will be for the children and how they will face that situation. Thank you.